What's up, guys? Welcome to the sixth and final week of what has definitely been the best training cycle I have ever had for my bench press. I'm kind of amazed that I've held up and everything's continued to progress from week to week like it has. I owe a lot of this to Donnie Thompson's work and his tools he's come up with for body tempering, the weekly treatments with the boom stick, and then also just really being able to attack the tightness that comes up in the shoulders and the traps has made a huge difference in my ability to train at the frequency that I have been training at, as well as with the weights that I've been training at. So that has definitely been a game changer for me. I've been utilizing the boom stick, or we have a homemade version of it, but same concept. About 3 to 4 times a week. I make sure to dig everything out really well the night before my main bench sessions, as well as hitting it really quickly, usually for about a minute per trigger spot before my actual training session. So been hitting that, and then also the bow tie with a knee wrap around the shoulders, and those two things, just getting the shoulders set, has made probably the biggest difference in my ability to actually train my bench frequently and at a good intensity level. So what you're seeing right here, or what you just saw, were 5 singles with 370. This is now 15 pounds over my best competition bench, and just 5 pounds under the elusive and cursed 375, where I seem to have always injured myself before. So I'm really excited with how everything has been coming along. I'm always still trying to have to kind of get through at least that first rep and talk down some of the demons that are in my head, as far as just being nervous about the weight or being overly cautious about injury. But none of that has proven to be the case, and I think I've found the right combination of preparatory work and rehab work to keep myself healthy enough to be able to train the lift. And that right there, even though the programming has been great and my consistency has been great, I think being able to actually stay healthy enough with my bench press to train it has made a huge difference. So very grateful to Donnie Thompson and the things that he's put out into the public as far as knowledge to be able to do a lot of that work on my own. So which brings us to this second day here. I've included a couple of my warm-up sets just because the positioning and the speed of the bar on them was really smooth. So ended up taking 560 for a top triple here, all done dead stop like I have been through this whole training cycle. Still on the first rep, there's something a little bit off as far as my positioning. I think I might have had the bar just a tiny bit too far forward, or yanked on it a little bit, because the second 2 reps were much smoother. Either way, this set was a lot better than last week's set at 545, and I feel like I could have pulled out another 2 to 3 reps at this weight. So still just took it up to the top set. Because I'm going to be peaking my bench press next week, I'm not going to be deadlifting on Thursday. So what I did was take the pause deadlifts and bump them up to this Monday session here as my back off set. So ended up hitting triples at 315, 365, 405, and 455, which all felt really good and moved smoothly. You can see on some of them I mistimed the initiation of the lift, and you say I almost jumped with the upper body first rather than pressing. So the last set was actually the best one because I got everything tightened up correctly and adequately before trying to initiate the lift, so you don't see any kind of mistiming between the movement in the upper back and also the drive with the legs. A really good way to watch for this is to look for the wrinkles in through the upper back or in the t-shirt. You'll notice whether or not the lats are set quite often, just because the shirt will wrinkle up right before the lift is started. So this is the best one of those. So hopefully that's helpful if you're ever filming yourself from the side. The other main thing that I try to look for is the alignment of the bar with the scapulas. You'll typically trace a line from the center of the bar up to the back of the shoulder or the rear delt area, and that's where we want to line up the upper body rather than trying to get in line with the front of the shoulder like a lot of people think or coach. So there's two things that are hopefully helpful. On this third day here, I took a little bit of a deviation from what I had expected to do. Was feeling just a little bit slow and tight here on this day, and I actually wanted to make sure that I got a little bit more weight in my hands. So rather than trying to do a 5x5 at 405 at the top, which I felt like was also just too much volume, I worked up to that weight for a set of 5, working up in triples, and then actually dropped down the bar weight and made up the difference in chain and went to 315 plus 100 pounds of chain for a triple before backing down. And just wanted to just get the stimulus in my triceps, get comfortable with having 400 plus in my hands for some sets and reps without overly taxing the shoulders, since I wanted them to be able to heal in time for testing on Monday. After this, I played around with a new movement that I'm going to be bringing in as an accessory. These are called Stallions, and it is basically a kneeling squat with a band distracted around the hips. I credit Chris Duffin for these, but these are really good at bringing up the glutes, so I will probably be alternating them in with Dimmel deadlifts on my lighter session, which will be the middle day. So that is it. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like it, subscribe to my channel, and check out the gym's website at www.savagegym.com.